Located in busy Sarasota, Florida, at first glance, the crossings at Siesta Key look like anything but a dead mall. But first appearances can be deceiving, because this beautiful building is definitely dead.
Big things happening over at Westfield Siesta Key, starting with the opening of Bravo. It just opened this restaurant. Tell us about that.
An entire season of openings for Westfield Siesta Key.
And a lot of construction there, and it is now taking shape. The signs are up, Lucky's Market. So in addition to shopping, this is certainly becoming an eating and drink destination, it would look like, with all these openings of these establishments.
Yeah, we call it a lifestyle and entertainment center, and they've become increasingly popular in the national market.
Beginning in 1956 as a strip mall that featured 2 grocery stores, a Woolworth's department store, and a W.T. Grant mass merchandise store, it would not become an enclosed mall until 1988. It saw a number of expansions before and after that point, the first being a J.C. Penney store 5 years after it opened in 1961. The grand opening saw thousands of shoppers turn out to the new 23 stores, no doubt aided by the raffle for 52 prizes, including a new outboard motorboat. The Chamber of Commerce touted the plaza as another milestone in the growth of the key city of Florida's West Coast. The mall got its first covered wing in 1981, but the entire structure would be enclosed in 1988 when its name would change from Southgate Shopping Plaza to just Southgate Plaza. Dillard's would add a building in 1992, while 2 years later Publix, who had been there since the grand opening, would move to an unconnected store across the street. 2 years after that, Saks Fifth Avenue moved into their old space and the mall renovated to a more upscale design, drawing in similar high-end stores such as Williams Sonoma, Ann Taylor, and Banana Republic. But the mall couldn't hold on to Saks, who left in 2012. The empty anchor was then converted into the Cine Bistro, a luxury theater and dining experience that has theaters across the southeast. Behind Cine Bistro is Macy's. This is where W.T. Grant was through 1976 when it switched to Burdeens until the entire chain became Macy's in 2005. J.W. Robinson's department store took over the J.C. Penney's property 2 years later, which moved south to the Sarasota Square Mall, another dead mall that we have previously covered, and a link will be in the end credits for that one. Today, the far anchor is an Aldi's, which moved in after COVID-19 panic after Lucky's Market closed. This lavish main entrance was part of a renovation in 2013. Also added was almost 50,000 square feet in an attempt to continue the high-end feel. You also may have noticed that the majority of the stores that remain are either art or boutique stores, most of which are shut down at the time of filming due to the pandemic. The bathrooms may be fancy, but in 2018, a sad story took place inside the family restroom when a woman sitting in the hallway charging her iPad was grabbed by 22-year-old Jamal Williams and assaulted.
The story just coming into the SNN newsroom, as I said, and a man is being accused of sexually assaulting a woman at the Westfield Siesta Key Mall. According to the Sarasota Police Department, on Wednesday morning, the 22-year-old Jamal Abrams of Sarasota sat down next to a woman while she was charging her iPad. And Abrams and the victim know each other, but it was still a surprise when he grabbed the victim's neck and forced her to kiss him. She pushed him away and told him to stop, but he then grabbed her backpack and iPad and took them into the family restroom, attempting to lure her inside, but she refused. Abrams then grabbed her and dragged her into the restroom where he sexually assaulted her.
Afterwards, she fled and reported the incident to mall security. That same year, a small chemical fire closed part of the mall down and evacuated patrons from the Naples Flatbread Restaurant and Cinebistro, but the building wasn't badly damaged. Another crime happened in 2020 when Sarah Charles saw her ex-husband with another woman in the parking lot and fired at the pair, but missed. Back in 1989, a high school wrestler stole a credit card from a rival school wrestler during a match and was arrested trying to buy clothes at the mall's Burdines. And for my true crime fans, this mall has a link to killer Henry Thomas Ashley, who murdered 5 people in the 70s, including Richard LaPlante, whose father managed the Bell's outlet at Southfield Plaza at the time of the murders. After shooting 4 people at a restaurant, Ashley picked up Richard, who was hitchhiking in Newport Richey. He robbed and then murdered him. Robert LaPlante continued to ensure his son's killer never got out of prison, and in 2008 managed to reinstate the man's death penalty. But perhaps the strangest crime at the mall took place in 1987, when part of a broken tombstone was found in the parking lot. The stolen 19th century headstone belonged to Jacob Worley and was smashed as a part of a family feud over land inheritance. Between 2002 and 2020, the mall's name would change 3 times until finally becoming the Crossings at Siesta Key. A little over 6 months after this footage, the mall was sold yet again for over $25 million. While the new owners did not announce any specific developments, they stated that they are focused on turning underperforming properties into thriving destinations that meet the needs and wants of the community. With its prime location and beautiful building, hopefully all that the Crossings at Siesta Key needs is more stores to draw customers in.